you guys? Welcome back to yet another video of me looking bold. I don't know why this keeps happening, but whatever, I'm just gonna roll with it. Also, excuse the baggy digs. I'm wearing my husband's shirt again. A little bit of a life hack is that you should, if possible, marry someone with really dope tasting clothes, because anytime any of his shirts shrink, they come right back to me, so it's pretty dope. So today I thought I would do a little bit of a hair tutorial again, this one a little bit actually instructional and advanced than the other one. I thought I would show you guys how I get my beach waves. I know I haven't shown that on here yet, but it was a really big style for me back when I was younger. I've just gotten lazy in my age, that's why my hair's always straight. If it's like a special event or I just feel extra one day, I will curl my hair and do the whole thing. And I thought this would be a really good video to do because I know a lot of you have thin hair just like I do. And one of the best things that you can do to kind of disguise that is to curl your hair to make it look bigger and fuller, and it's basically just another illusion disguise game as far as having thin hair. So if you're interested to know how I achieve my beach waves, then keep on watching. Also, a quick side note is that the giveaway is still open. This video is not the reveal of the winner. I thought I would give it a little bit more time, at least a week, so that everyone gets a fair chance at entering and watching the video. I know a few people haven't got around to watching it yet, so I wanted to wait and make sure that everybody gets a chance to enter if they want, and then later this week I will announce the winner of that. So a couple weeks ago, the brand Color Wow, a lot of you guys had mentioned that brand to me. I'd never heard of them before, but they actually reached out to me on Instagram and they wanted to send me a few products just as a little thank you for the first video, just basically doing something nice, telling me that I did a good job, which was really sweet of them, and I was super grateful and just honored that they even wanted to send me anything. I do just want to clarify and make this very clear that this video is not sponsored. Nobody's paying me to say anything about anything. This isn't even a review. They did just send me this product out of the kindness of their heart, and I'm super grateful for that, and I get excited when I get new stuff, so I really want to try this, especially seeing as a lot of you guys mentioned it to me. They sent me, along with a shampoo and conditioner, I think on the same line as this, the root cover-up, so it comes like this. I haven't even opened the box yet. I've had this for about a month now. I just really wanted to show you guys the first time that I use it, so I figured today would be a good day to use it. I think it's going to work in a similar manner as the Bumble and Bumble spray. It's just an actual, like, a little eyeshadow looking thing, which is interesting to me because I started using the spray to kind of get away from the eyeshadow, but this has a very big pan in it and it might be a different consistency. So I'm super excited to try this and see what it's like. So I'm just going to open it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's really cute. It reminds me of like a little Avon palette or something, like when my mom used to get Avon. Oh, I don't mean to blind you guys, but it comes with this little mirror, this powder, which I guess is the main part of the product, and then this little brush that comes in it. And I guess I'm just going to apply it under my roots like I usually do with spray because I feel like that's just gonna look more natural. Okay, so now that I'm properly bold, I'm just going to do this, I guess. It's not having any kick up or anything, like there's barely any powder falling out of this thing, which is cool. Okay, straight away it is applying way better than eyeshadow does. It's actually sticking to my scalp. I had such a hard time getting eyeshadow to actually stay put, but this is basically applying with minimum to no effort at all. And it looks super natural, not like the TV show, but you know. P.S. Who loves Supernatural? I've watched that show from it first coming out on TV to now. I mean, I'm a little slower on it now, but I love that show. Okay, so I just did it under both sides of my pot like I usually would do with the spray, and I think it's coming out like a little weird. Not the product's fault, I just don't think that it's meant to be applied that way. Using the brush, it comes out pretty natural as opposed to having to use that barrier of hair, so I'm thinking I'm just going to try and like draw it on the top instead of having to move my hair around and see if that works. Okay, so this is what it looks like after I just applied the Color Wow root cover up. I did it on top of the hair as well as underneath it. All I have to say about this product is it looks extremely natural. I would almost compare the powder to be like a hair fibers consistency. Like, it's really weird. It works a lot better than the Topic one. I don't mean to be like throwing shade on them all over the place. It's just that's the only comparable thing I can think when I have hair fibers, because it's the only one that I've used. But it has an almost like hair fiber sort of consistency, so it is actually very different to eyeshadow. It applies a lot easier than eyeshadow, and I would definitely keep using this for special events and things because it does take a little bit longer than I would like. As far as using a spray, that's just easier for me to, you know, throw on every day, just be done with it. It takes like under 30 seconds. This one did take a little bit longer to kind of get it the way that I wanted it to be. Maybe that's just something that I would have to get used to. If you had to actually apply it directly this way, it is obviously just going to take a little bit longer, but the finished result I really like. It's really natural. I'm definitely going to be using this product again. I'm happy that I used it for today's video. So once again, thank you to the team at Color Wow for sending me this. I really appreciate it. It was the sweetest, kindest thing for you to do. And I'm just really grateful that you gifted this to me because I do struggle with thin hair, and it was just, I just love brands like that. That was a really sweet thing to do, so thank you. Okay, so now actually on to the styling part of the tutorial. So whenever I'm using a heat styler like a straightener or a curler, I like to use a heat protectant, and I use the Bumble & Bumble Hairdressers Invisible Oil. It says Heat/UV Protective Primer. I got this in a sample one time in Australia like years ago, and I didn't only just like it because of the heat protectant part of it, but it does make your hair really like fuller, like fluffier. It makes your hair feel like you just washed it or something. I don't know what they put in this, but I love it. So I just apply this mainly to the ends of my hair. I just squirt it a little in my hand, rub it together, and then put it through my hair. I kind of use a lot, but you don't have to. Also, I have longer hair than the average bear. I'll get up in the top a little bit too sometimes. Oh, and you guys, this stuff smells so good. I really hope that my hair or my being just smells like this after I use it. I don't think it does, but it is the best. Okay, so now that I've applied the heat protectant, I am going to be putting extensions in today just because I want that really wow effect. I want to get the most out of this style that I can. If I'm going to be going to all this trouble, I might as well go all the way. So I am bringing out my handy dandy extensions, the same ones that I used in my Lost hair tutorial. These are 26 inches and I've had them for like a billion years. I don't really use them very often, so they're in very good shape. As far as the clips go, I have a 3 clip, a 4 clip, a 3 clip, 2 clips, and then 3 1 clips. I know that sounds like gibberish if you don't use extensions, but it's just how many clips you have on the length of hair. I'm going to use all of them today. Sometimes I'll just use the 3 and 4s, but as I said, I'm gonna be extra. I do this kind of rough just because I used to wear extensions a lot when I was younger, so I'm very used to putting them in. Okay, so in the back of my hair, I have a 3 clip, a 4 clip, and then a 3 clip, and then I'm just going to put my 2s here, and then my single 1 clips just in spots where it looks a little bit empty. Okay, so now that the extensions are in and I've got a lot more hair to work with, I'm going to start curling. I actually bought a new curler for this. I got it from Target because mine just crapped out on me. It wasn't working anymore. I got this rose gold titanium curling one, and it said tussled waves on the bottom. I think that has something to do with the shape of it. I've always used curling ones that kind of start a little fatter at the end and then not go too thin at the end, so this is kind of the same style that I've been using. So this is the first time that I'm using this. I haven't even opened it or looked at it yet. I will say that this absolutely looks gorgeous. I've never had any rose gold appliances before, but this is really beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to plug this bad boy in, and I guess, ooh, it's got a red light. It's blinking. So I guess that means that it is getting ready. Okay, so this thing is starting to feel very hot. It also feels like there's like, I don't want to say heat coming out of the top, but it's definitely a lot warmer at the end, which is a little weird to me, but whatever. This is gonna turn into one of those viral videos where I end up like burning all my hair off. Oh my gosh, pray for me. So anytime that I'm straightening or curling my hair, I just separate it and bring it both to the front. And then I like to work from back to front when I'm doing curls. I think I learned this from Graveyard Girl, Bunny Myers. If anyone's from the Swamp family, I used to be a pretty huge member when I was younger, so I kind of learned this technique from her. So I keep both sides of my hair at the front, and then any curls I just kind of whip to the back when I'm done with it. And then I just wrap it around. I have pretty long hair, so I do need wands that are a little bit longer. And then I like to make sure that the end of the hair, I'm leaving it like, I'm not putting all of the hair on the wand. Some of it is a little bit straight at the end, otherwise my hair gets too thick at the ends. I like it to come down sort of to a point, so. Oh my gosh! Oh, that's so pretty! So I'm basically just going to do that for the whole rest of my hair. And I know some people, when they're using extensions, they like to curl the extensions first and then put it in their already curled hair. I've just never really been a fan of that. I think I tried it once when I was younger and it just didn't look very natural to me. I like just pretending that the extensions are part of my real hair, and I find that that looks way more natural. So if you're able to do that, I would highly recommend it over curling the extensions first. Oh my god, you guys, this is so pretty. Another thing that I'd like to mention, you've probably noticed me doing it already, I do like to curl them all the same direction, and I always go to the back. Just because I noticed that my natural hair actually does that, and I just like the way that it looks better. I feel like if you're doing it both directions, it looks a little bit messy and a little bit too big for my liking. And I also think that for beach waves, I know they look curly now, but they're going to turn into waves. I think for beach waves, it looks better to all be going in the same direction because it kind of looks like the wind has naturally swept your hair back. When I'm doing beach waves, I do like to make sure that the top part of my hair, there is a long part that I'm not curling. That's just part of it being wavy as opposed to tight curls, and it will help me in the end to kind of loosen them up a little bit. So you guys will see that in the end of this. Okay, so when I get to this last bigger kind of front chunk of hair, I do just like to do it all together because I want that to be the biggest wave. So I do it for a lot less time and I don't start right at the top. So I will pull it up. It's very important to go up, and then when you pull it down, it goes a little bit looser like this. So that's this side of my hair done for now. I'll bring it all to the front so you can see. I pull out the top a little bit because I didn't curl any of that. And then just loosely run my fingers through it, just kind of separating the ringlets. Okay, so that's one side done, and then I'm going to quickly do this side the same exact way as I did this one, and then I'll do the finishing touches. Okay, so that's the right side of my hair done as well. It's still a little bit curly. I need to just run my fingers through it. So I don't usually put hairspray in my curls just because I actually like the way that it looks after it's fallen a little bit. This is still a little bit curlier than I would like, but my hair is so long that even though there's not that much of it, the gravity will just kind of bring them down a little bit. My favorite time to wear beach waves is the day after I've done this, after I've slept on it, because I feel like that looks like the most natural in the world and I love that. So if I want to wear this style to an event, I will actually do this the day before because I know that it's going to look better the day after. Well, not so much better, just more wavy as opposed to curly. But yeah, this is it, you guys. This is my beach wave tutorial. As you can see, my hair looks about as thick as it's getting. I wouldn't actually want it any thicker than this. I really love, I don't know, not overly thick hair, just thin to normal. So this is a really easy style if you want your hair to look very big, very quickly. It didn't take me long to do this at all. I can do it in under 10 minutes. That's including putting the extensions in. I will say you don't have to put extensions in. I just did because I wanted to be extra about it. If you have extensions, then you can, but it's completely fine without it. If you do want this to look a little bit thicker without the extensions, just make sure you definitely run your fingers through it a lot. I say fingers because when I've used a hairbrush to kind of brush it out, it looks more of like a 50s Marilyn curl, which I don't like because they're all going the same direction. It will all just kind of morph into each other. So I just like using my fingers. Sometimes I'll just flip my hair upside down and then come back up and it's kind of loosened itself up. And that's basically how I style it on the second day too, because I don't want to brush it again. I'll see if I can show you guys like a back shot of this. So this is what the back looks like. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope that it was informative and it gave you a little bit better of an idea of what you can do to make your hair look a little bit bigger. This was my favorite hairstyle when I was 18 years old. Now I'm a little bit lazier and I try and do the fastest thing possible just to get out the door and look like a human being. But if it's like a special occasion or something, then I will, splurge and take the extra 10 minutes to do this. So I hope you guys liked it. If you try this style, please let me know if it works for you, if you liked it. It definitely makes your hair look a lot bigger. Kind of just makes you feel fierce, like Beyonce or something. So I tend to feel like the lead chick from the Pussycat Dolls when I do this. So I'm just saying you can feel like whoever you want to feel like as long as you feel like a bad bitch. Or a Bratz doll, because I always wanted to be a Bratz doll. But I love you guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. We would love to have you as part of the family, the community. I have the most loving, generous, inspirational following on the planet. So if you think you fit that criteria, then please join. We would love to have you for more videos, shenanigans, whatever I've got going on. And it would just be awesome to have you stick around. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to announce the giveaway winner, which will be later this week. I love you all so much. Bye!